Hello everyone, welcome. Everyone's having a good one. Sorry, I was on a Discord call and it just ended. and now we're doing Star Citizen. Star Citizen is happening. And hopefully not everything isn't broken. But everything's probably broken. I will say that I had really good luck with Star Citizen Thursday and Friday. And I did not have great luck yesterday. And I wanted to do a Star Citizen Weekly, but at the same time, I did want to actually. Well, I was like, there's a decent chance that it's just not going to go through on stuff and things and stuff. Um. So yeah. Um. Mainly like NPC interactions just don't work, and sometimes that can be a pain in the ass. And sometimes there's like, oh, the last time I was doing a thing, I couldn't complete a mission because an NPC was teleporting around. So they would be somewhere physically, but they wouldn't actually be there. But yeah. The item recovery tier 0 is a thing. I've experienced it. It was a thing that happened. When the game was actually functioning as well. I haven't done any of the Align Your Mine. I haven't done any of the Wicklow stuff because Copian, because the Copian hunting, trying to find Tundra Copian has scarred me for life. Has actually left me with actual trauma. Hello, Bunny Boy. How's it going? Yeah. Like, I don't know how trauma works. I'm not a psychiatrist. I was having a bad day, and I tried to do the thing. Basically, the Tundra Copians have the Tundra Copians have a very either a very low spawn rate or a very limited spawn area. I mean, kind of both. Well, okay, for one thing, they're sort of misleading as to where they actually spawn. They don't live in the tundra! They don't live in the goddamn tundra! Yeah, I don't know. I think I sound really bad whenever I raise my voice. Which is why I usually don't do it a lot, but there are times there are that happen. I'm making this sound a lot worse than it really is. But it was not good. uh uh Oh, did I? Oh, I think I bedlogged. I want to say I bedlogged. And then something happened with my C1, so it broke. uh. Alright. So, with all that said, basically, we're just gonna be playing this. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while, you know. Feel free to pop in whenever. Is cool. Lurk or chat, either is appreciated. I guess also this is just the look I'm rocking now. I don't know how permanent of a look this is gonna be, but like... Just some missions. I have an April Fool's video that I'm like, I don't want to do it. And this isn't the E621 thing. That I've decided against it. But it's an April Fool's thing that I like. Well, it's very topical to Star Citizen, let's say, and I like. It was going to be a joke, and then it was going to be not a joke, and the joke was that it wasn't a joke. But then I thought about it for like a few minutes. I slept on it and was like, well, I slept on it, saw that Star Citizen was broken, and was like, I don't want to do this. Apologies for the crypticness, but yeah, that would be sometimes. But yeah, we're just gonna do some mercenary missions, just, you know, chill stuff. I have to remember, they adjusted the price on these Protect Site missions so that they're the same. They made them cheaper, and they made the clear site, like the level 1, or the starter level clear 1, or clear out site, they made them both the same price. Which is probably where it should have been in the first place, and I don't know why it took them so long to adjust it. Because, like, literally at the beginning, the first day of 4.1, it was still 55k. And now they changed it to 36k. And yeah. I guess maybe when I inevitably take enough damage to need to heal, I'll come back to Bajini, pick up my C1 and my Geo, but I think I didn't. I don't think I probably need to do the insurance on the Geo, so... And we can see if I can find any minables, because I picked up an Atlas Geo, and like, I don't know what I want to CCU chain it to, but I probably want to CCU chain it to something, and I don't know what, but I'll probably upgrade to a Golem because it's, like, very close in price, and yeah. See, part of me wants to, like, CCU chain up to a 890. And, like, I mean, you know, for the sake of argument, like, oh, I could 890 up to or I could chain up to a Javelin, but, like, eh. But both of those aren't that realistic, I don't think. Also, what the fuck is happening with the LOD on this thing? This is new. Looking very blocky. Oh, what's this green? What the fuck? Well, that's a new one. Oh, this is doing the fucky wucky with my mind. I like that the guns are so close on this thing. I'm terrified I'm gonna accidentally hit one of the turrets with my C1 every time I use it. I need to split it into 2 weapon groups. I really want to try out distortions, but also I'm only going to try out distortions when I get my Reliant back. But yeah. I think I'll probably, if I do... Oh my god. Yeah, that's a texture. Oh jeez. I was worried about hitting the fucking turrets with my ship. Now I'm gotta make sure I don't. It like lags out right when I fire, and then it assumes that I didn't let go of the trigger, even though I did. And then I literally waste, or I use 60 rounds when I did not mean to. That's fun. If there shouldn't be grass here. This is Lyria. Nope, do not interact with that weapon. No, okay, alright. Okay, nope. No, this is not the thing. I'll take the toy gun, though. The toy gun is better than the look-alike medicine. Whoa! This dude had an AO3 on him? Okay. I do like, one of the things they did, they made the loadouts more varied. They also added a few. they made the loadouts more varied. Immediately find somebody with the same loadout. They didn't have the same loadout, they didn't have the med pens. But yeah, they've increased the variety. It seems like they did it just with Ninetales, which I don't know if that's intentional or not. But the idea of like, Blackjack security is going to be probably pretty, strict with like what their people have, because they're a more legit organization, whereas the Ninetales, even though I think they're a relatively uniform, well-structured organization, they're still a criminal organization. And you actually will find goddamn pistols on some of their people. Which, yeah, it's quite the thing. I'm not a huge fan of the F-55 necessarily, but I found one, and it's kind of a zero risk sort of operation here. So we're just going with it. You know, it does end up being that I do kind of... I mean, I like the Gemini weapons. But I'm not necessarily... I like them, but they're not necessarily my cup of tea. And we'll have to see how they play with... We'll have to see how they play out when they're, when the wear and tear system is a thing. I'm actually also really looking forward to whenever they, whenever they get Armitage in. I know I mention Armitage every time, and I'll continue to mention Armitage weapon manufacturing because, goddamn, I looked at their lore, and like they're a company that has existed for like 300 years. Like literally basically as long as the Vanduul have been a thing. And I didn't really tie in like the idea of them being like this very targeted, like specifically weapons designed to fight the Vanduul. I mean, they don't necessarily say that they are, but like that's kind of the... Gets redacted from lore. I took a screenshot of Armitage, and I took a screenshot of Volt, just in case they changed their lore. Now that the weapons are out, and they're kind of slightly different, maybe, depending on interpretation. But yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, this dude didn't even pull his gun. This dude didn't even shoot his gun. You know, that does make me think, Solar. We were talking the other day, and you crushed my dreams. I was gonna say you crushed my balls over the crafting not being a thing. I guess both applies. Do you think Starware being able to mix clothes and armor, you think that's going to be a thing that gets in this year? Or nah? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing, like, crushing balls and busting balls are presumably two different things. Much more likely than crafting. I don't know. I mean, like, in one of the monthly reports, they said that they had like a basic version, a really bare bones implementation of crafting. So like, and I don't know how bare bones it was. Whereas like Starware, I mean, I don't think, you know, I mean like Starware, I don't know. In all fairness, crafting is like, it depends on how crazy of an implementation they want to do. But like, I think in the most basic sense, if every item, like, there's no, okay, first tier 0/tier 1 implementation of crafting, there's no upgrades, there's no tiers, it's just you can craft things. And I mean, I would hope that there's like the, you know, whole quality and being able to to choose, to pick, to choose or to pick, you know, which materials to use. Maybe I substitute iron, or maybe I substitute steel for titanium, or for, you know, something else. Copper beryllium, maybe. Just had some Minecraft crafting grid. Oh my god. I'm really curious, actually, like, about the refining system, because I think that's probably one thing that a lot of people sort of, like, glossed over. And, like, I was looking at that video again, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, like, the refining we have now, it's gonna change. Where, like, you know, it's not just, oh, you have like 9 choices with different speeds and things. It's like, oh, okay, you have, you know, your materials, and then your like modifier things. Whole SCU blocks of material for crafting. That's also one thing I'm super curious about, because like, should it take me 1 SCU to make a rifle? Probably not, but like, but also at that point, how much should it take? I mean, realistically speaking, 1 SCU, one fucking SCU of Chock-a-Block. I mean, granted, there's probably ingots, but like, that has to be, I mean, good lord, that has to be hundreds of pounds worth of steel, right? So like, you know, assuming that you have a 10-pound gun that uses all steel, which, you know, like, is A, kind of a heavy gun, and B, it wouldn't use all steel. But you know, I mean, like, God, there'd be a lot of guns in just 1 SCU of stuff. And obviously it's a video game and they don't need to be realistic, but, you know, where do they draw that line? Oh, we're going in a little hot. Hello? Oh, who are you? Oh, jeez. Also, this is very sad. Some of these dudes with backpacks, like the backpacks are just empty. Also be really nice if we had more like, you know, well, it'd be nice if we had more backpacks just in general. One thing I'd love to see and hope to see, um, there's like more, there's a lot of companies that exist on the Galactopedia and don't exist anywhere else. And it'd be really nice to see some of them actually get content. Trying to think, what was the one? Pool and Kilgore? Kilgore and Pool that does like fancy, I think it does fancy armor, but it's usually like, I think they were the ones who had like a focus on mobility and looking fancy. At least that was the lore. I don't know what the hell that means in, current day, but like there's a bunch of things they can add. I would love to see a company that just makes backpacks. Like every kind of backpack you could possibly want, they will make. That kind of a thing, as opposed to, oh, this company does industrial armor, this company does, combat armor, and they'll make combat backpacks, they'll make combat backpacks, they'll make combat helmets, combat armor. Obviously the two should exist in, should be able to coexist. Would be the hope, the dream. Cuddy jacket. That looks cool. I'm gonna take that. Also gonna take that gun. Remember when grenades were a thing that you never used because they would never work and you would always kill yourself with it? And now, like, grenades... I mean, like... I don't know about you, but grenades have worked... Grenades actually work. And they're actually... Like... They can be useful. Now, granted, right now, with, like, the server problems that we have, I probably wouldn't recommend using them, but also... like, it's a thing. Again, I'd like now, it probably... With the server issues that exist at this precise moment, yeah, they probably wouldn't be good. But also now a lot of enemies have grenades on them, so like if you want to try, and also with the tier 0 item recovery thing, if you do use it and you accidentally blow yourself up, then it's like it's not that big of a deal. I was also looking at some earlier Star Citizen weeklies, and I saw that I had the racing helmet on, and I was like, why? How did I ever do this without the combat UI? I mean, I know, like, at the time... Oh, jeez. No! That was me taking too long. I like the fact that they have pistols, though. Good lord. That, like, it's kind of goofy that they, didn't. Wait, I can store... Oh. This is the second time that I've seen Cambrio SRT canisters with the max lift, which are not the same thing. And I don't know if that's just a... I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if that's a, like, a goof. If I find the salvage rifle with max lift batteries, then I know it's a bug. But hasn't happened yet. Oh, also, yeah, I saw an enemy that had a R97 Kismet, the Valentine's R97, and it was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, you know what? Okay, sorry. Not only was it that color, but it had a 4x scope on it, which, you know, like a 4x scope on a shotgun, with slugs makes sense. On a full auto, you know, on a full auto assault shotgun that has no option for slugs, doesn't make nearly as much sense, but it is funny. And a little bit elevated by the fact that it is in fact pink, but you know. Actually, it's more of a fuchsia if I'm remembering it correctly. Oh, and look. Yeah. You lovely little Karna. You'll love to see it. Wait a minute. Oh my god. This is the first time I've ever seen a dead rig. Holy shit. Okay, we gotta figure something out here. I'm gonna drop that. Can I... It's gonna be a lot of work to try and make that fit. What? It's the shotgun from 2023 CitizenCon, and that came in the goodie package. That I was like, oh my god, you can't say that you added this. I don't know what I just did, but I did something. It was like, you can't, like, like there was literally no way to get it outside of the web store. And until Pyro, I think, dropped, technically, but even then I'm not super sure. Brimstone. Yeah, it's nice seeing a bunch of different... Seeing all the different colors of things. It makes looting slightly more fun. Not any more useful, but slightly more fun. I think it's a double-barreled shotgun, to be more specific. A double-barreled, magazine-fed shotgun. I'm gonna go drop all this stuff off because, yeah. And, like, you would see in the loot pools, like, a dead rig shotgun ammo, but you would never find a dead rig. And it was just like, huh, what is this thing? It was like, yeah. I finally have one now, so good lord. I'd be a little bit surprised if the vault wasn't. No, it feels like everything within reason should be. I should be able to find everything within reason in the loot pool, but also. Like, it feels like it is properly random now. Yeah. I mean, like, obviously not the Wikello stuff. Although, honestly, that seems like an oversight that CIG would do. And yeah, the vault... Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it would be a really weird, like, way to incentivize that. Ugh. Okay, so... Okay, so... The thing about the cans... is that they still exist. They're still in my room. But... I did actually, like... I can't remember what I was doing, but there was something... I wasn't doing anything, so I started literally, We have a can crusher downstairs in the kitchen, which is not my room. And is... Like, I would have to... If I wanted to use it, I would have to go... I'd have to put all the cans in a bag, take it down to the kitchen, take them out of the bag and crush them, then put them back in a bag. And that seems like a odd use of time. But I did just... I did just fucking crush some cans with my hands. So, that was a thing that happened. There are still a lot of cans, though. But there's a possibility I can fit them all into one trash bag. Maybe, possibly. I'm trying to think. I want to say, like, oh, I could melt them down and turn them into a sword or something. But also, like, you don't make a sword out of aluminum. Oh my god. Okay, in all fairness, I did have an idea. Like, alright, okay, hear me out. Teslas. Dirt cheap. Like, people are either holding on to Teslas with a cult-like fervor. Excuse me. Or they're getting rid of them as cheap as they possibly can just to get rid of them. So my idea: get one of the dirt cheap ones, rip off the entire body of the damn thing, and then build a car on the basic electric skateboard thingamabob. And aluminum would be good for that. For building a car. Although, frankly, I also wouldn't be super surprised. My understanding is that every problem with Tesla build quality doesn't revolve around around the frame. But it probably there probably are problems. Also, it would take a lot of fucking cans. Alright, so we're gonna just store that. And we are going to have a very nice time with the dead rig shotgun that seems to have disappeared. I did pick it up, right? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, and to just to show it off, this is in fact an R97 with the with a 4 power scope. And you can't put a compensator on an R97 unless they've changed that, which I don't think they have. Was it J? Yeah. So the thing. I think that that might be the only alt color for an R97, and it makes me slightly sad. But yeah, this thing is it's very much a pyro gun. It's just like the combination of a bearing and some pipes. And yeah, it's a thing. Oh, does it not even have a scope rail? Oh, it would appear to have a scope rail. getting this strange sense that I'm just like cosplaying Pyro. Or I'm just using the... Oh no. It kinda looks like it is a scope rail. Yeah, it kind of feels like I'm cosplaying Pyro with a ragtag armor. The ragtag shotgun. The ragtag. It's also really funny. In the Atlas Geo Q&A they did, they one of the questions was like, why would I use the Geo over a regular rock? And like, in my mind, literally every point they had made was like, why would I want to use the rock over the Geo? Is the question I want to know. And I think the only answer that I could come up with is just like storage capacity. The rock can just hold, like, I think 8 times as much. Maybe not 8 times as much. But I think I know that the Geo mining box is, I know that that one is a 1/8 SCU box. Glad that Star Citizen is working as well as it is right now. Slightly terrified that I've jinxed myself, but yeah. Presumably, a lot of people are just not checking the game out or not playing over the weekend. And probably are going to check back like Wednesday. But we'll see. Apparently, I am Eepy. I have felt. I mentioned my birthday was this month, and yeah, I definitely. One thing I've noticed is that I feel goddamn tired all the time. But it's just one thing. Ooh. The weather's also been a thing. Just like, oh, were you done with it being cold? Is it now the time for the hot California weather? Oh, too bad, bitch. And then it was like a week of like spring. Oh, it's getting back up in temp, and now it's raining. Not raining right now, but it rained a little bit. Which is always fun. Oh, you know, I also somebody had parked. Somebody was in a constellation, and it blew up, and their Merlin was just like chilling out right in front of the hangar door. So naturally, I tractored it in. Of course, it was dead, so I couldn't actually fly it, but I was really hopeful. Oh yeah, and um, I feel like I've said it a lot, but if I haven't said it, I really fucking love this thing. I was like, I don't know how I feel about mechs in Star Citizen. I mean, like, obviously, if they were like Gundams that are, like 10 stories tall, I'd be like, yeah, this doesn't fit at all. Maybe if there were smaller ones, okay, maybe, but I don't, at the same time, I don't know. That doesn't seem necessarily like something they do. And then they did it, and then it's like, yeah, I like them. Especially, like, the jump pack, the way that this jump pack works, I love it. I only have to wonder, I'm pretty sure people are saying that the combat mech is just a joke. And, well, people are saying that it's just a joke based off of um, a developer's very obviously, very obviously sarcastic comment about it just being a decoration, when it clearly is more than just a decoration. I really hope that the combat version uh, of this thing does have a jetpack, because it would really benefit from it. And it would be terrifying. Terrifying. Except in close quarters, where it would be completely useless. Well, maybe not completely useless, but just very immobile. Ooh, I don't know why I need to crouch when I get out of it, but that's whatever. So look at these bionicle ass feet. Good lord. Also realizing that I did not have dinner tonight. Is a little bit of a goof on my part. The thing is, I want to do the 890 missions, but I also want to do... But I mean, I also kind of want to do the tech site missions just because they, like, you know, like I can find some interesting stuff. I also don't care that much about the money. Just a nice thing. Ooh, I feel like I didn't have a lot of luck mining around Lyria, so Walla would be a good opportunity. It will be interesting to see if the textures are all fucky-wucky here. This LOD is not... It seems like it's just a lower LOD than it should be. Which is a different kind of fucky-wucky. By the way. Oh. Okay. Just making sure left and right mouse button were set to guns. Although... Oh, I didn't check. Because they're set to weapon group 1 and 2. Maybe 0 and 1? I can't remember if I changed it around. Was I just here? I think I was just here. So, I'm sure I've mentioned my piece about shotguns and shotguns not being the greatest in this game. Which is why I'm going into combat with a shotgun. Although, I mean, in all fairness, I haven't used this one in particular. I really want to love... Well, I don't know. There are probably a few guns that are... There are a few guns that are just like, eh, these are good. They don't, like, really feel... I don't know. The Karna feels good, but it doesn't, like... I don't think it, like, stands out a huge amount. Like, the Karna feels chunky. But I don't think it... I don't know. I mean, maybe it's... Maybe it has a little bit more power per shot, but if it's more perceptible, and if that is the case, I don't really see it. I just hear it and feel it more. Hang on. We're gonna use the shotgun, which means I gotta run up to this dude. Oh, damn. Okay. I mean, that worked. Oh, is this the Citadel armor? Yeah. Again, me wishing that we could just take the paint off of some of these armors. But oh well. Oh, thank you for the ammo. Very appreciated. Oh, I wanted to... Oh, you silly. I wanted to equip it to me, not to the dead body. Oh ho. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Is that a Demco? No, it's an F-55 with a scope on it. I'll just leave it. It's fine. It might be a very personalized thing that it makes me excited to just see more FPS weapons in the wild, but it does make me more excited. Just gotta wait for him to line up there. Somebody's not helping Diff wins. Somebody's really not helping Diff wins. Oh no. I wonder how crazy the the looting could be if I had a heavy backpack. I feel like, I don't know. When Starware comes out, and hopefully the armor archetype thing actually is a thing, and there's a bit more reason to choose medium versus heavy, like hopefully it'll be a thing. But the only thing we don't have is a guarantee of that, so. Well, I guess that's not true. We also don't have it, as well as no guarantee of what's going to come with the first release of it. Also, no weapons this time. No, there was. Was there a weapon crate? I don't think there was. Hang on, what do you mean? I can store that. Good lord. Did also use the LH86, and I don't know if they upped the power a little bit, but they might have upped the power a little bit. It felt a bit more substantial. It felt like I could use it as a primary weapon a little bit easier. I wouldn't want to, but I could. Ugh. Maybe this will have to be a shorter stream. I feel like I've been saying that a lot as of late. Sorry, I had a bag of Cheetos. Have not opened. I was saving for stream, and then I put a bunch of stuff on top of the Cheetos. Also, let's look at this, Oh! Really not that crazy of a jacket. It's kind of hard to tell because of the angle and the way it's folded up. Kind of basic-ass jacket, though. And before I forget, we are going to fly in a direction and try and do a little mining. I was hoping to make Arc L1 my, just like my main port of call. Because I have this thing, I'm still thinking I'm probably going to upgrade to the Golem. Because, like, I know that I can get a Geo in-game pretty easily. there's at least a pretty good chance I can anyway. Five kilometers away, that might be a ground mineable. Ooh. Nope, it's not a ground mineable. Gosh darn. That, however, is probably ground mineable. Although we could also be getting ghost rocks. Ooh. That is a thing that can and will happen. You know what, let me store all this stuff here. Be nice if the move all button didn't break occasionally, but oh well. Not that big of a deal. I still really want to see whatever that one that rifle that also had an underbarrel laser attachment that they didn't talk about in the weapon content team ISC, but they showed it off a little bit. Yeah, that's the thing I really care about. Oh, I am very tired though. These aren't the ghost rocks, right? These aren't the things. They look like they are, but I thought I parked kind of in front of them. Well, shit. Yeah, yeah, dude, I don't even know. It is definitely several layers of goofiness that, like, a patch that has a lot of mining focus ends up with a, like, critical mining bug. I mean, it's just how Star Citizen be, let's be real, but... did I open? I did not open the bag. The bag o' chips. Alright, what other missions do we got? Oh, and my experience with the A90 missions so far is that they don't really have any new stuff on them. It's pretty much the same as it was before. Which is fine, but, yeah, I mean, you know, to some degree it would be nice if it wasn't, but, eh. Well, also, there's these missions, which are really nice. They're simple. I think they probably should be more, because it's like, there's like 8 ships or 6 ships to fight. You don't have to fight them, you could just ignore them, but also, you know. Oh my goodness, I am tired. Oh, I should probably go into quantum mode. That might help. It does really suck though. That like, you know, I mean, there's gonna be content that you just don't want to do, or you don't want to interact with, or you can't interact with for some reason. Maybe it's time limited content and you just don't have the time at that particular moment. Or, you know, whatever. It's really unfortunate because, like, if, like, and I mean, I don't dislike Mine and Align. I think it actually is perfectly fine. Those sort of sandbox activities are definitely a good thing. It's just unfortunate that there aren't some of them that can be more easily made to be PvE. and a PvE exclusive. But also not everything has to be, and there's a lot of like this. Like I have somewhere to go if I want to do just PvE content. If I want to do soloable PvE content, I have my fill of stuff. So, you know. Part of me also wants to try to do combat in the Geo, but it's, you know, it's not designed for that. It also really would not be good at combat in a bunker. It's just, there's just no space to effectively maneuver. Now there might be in like out here, but you know, it's also like why risk it? Even with the item recovery, it is still time wasted. Have seen these guys, and I think I've seen one of these dudes, you know, with a something besides a P4 this stream, but it does happen. Oh, again, we got a Kismet. Kismet R97. Oh, we got a live one here. That could mean a few things. Oh, we have several live ones. Oh, damn. I got 2 words for you. Effective range. Is this another R97? Oh, that's a... Dude have a scalpel? Somewhere? Oh, and they have the frosty one. Let's see how well this does in a group. Because these dudes want to have an elevator party. Well, okay, that wasn't really good for group shot, but did pretty well. god, everybody has... There's a lot of AO3s. This isn't a bad thing, this is just an observation I'm making. As I can tell you, I do not have a red alert AO3. Now, if only they had armor that I could change the paint on. And they had, like, some of the subscriber armor and some of their rarer armor. So I could feel like I'm actually going out and collecting stuff. Oh my god. I don't want to get rid of... Look, I don't want to get rid of this stuff. But like, goddamn. That's also super hit or miss with these. With these bunkers, where it's like either they will have all the loot or they will have none of the loot. I don't know, maybe that's a little unfair. But you will have a lot of times where there's nothing or there's a lot of stuff. Also, we're gonna try and pull off single shots here. Oh, geez. That's how you be a silly goober and be effective at the same time. Let's see here. I think I should be able to, theoretically, pick the backpack up. Possibly loot with the backpack in my hand? No. Well, that's okay. The Brunshift helmet, I don't know if I prefer it. I don't know if I don't know how I like the Centurion helmet in comparison to it, if I'm completely honest. Wait, can you really not access the backpack when it's like this? Okay. Alright. We'll just leave a grenade launcher. Honestly, it seems like the grenade launchers are very common, which is not what I would think, but okay. I do hope one day we see underbarrel attachments. It would be very nice to have like an underbarrel energy weapon, like an underbarrel energy pistol, an underbarrel grenade launcher, an underbarrel shotgun, an underbarrel taser. I think that'd probably be it. Unless there was something very bespoke. I am Eepy Bun. Eepy Bunny times. Oh. Oh, I'm just thinking. I probably want to get an SCU box if I want to do any. If I want to do any looting on the 890. Maybe I just don't want to do any looting. Or maybe I shouldn't do any looting on the 890. I guess I'm in the mood to do that, so I don't know. Let me think. Is there any? What else is there? Oh, you know what? The weekly sneak peek. Good lord, I don't know what that is. I've heard people say that it's a ship. People say that it's a weapon. I honestly don't see a weapon or a ship. I don't know what I see. I understand why people like it's a really weird shape. It kind of looks like it's some sort of spoiler arrangement. It looks like also it's a very much a close up on a thing. And like it seems like the level of detail that it has would be very odd for a ship. The sort of assumed size. But also I have no idea what it would be if it was a weapon. People have said the crossbow, but I'm like, I don't think so. But I also just don't know what to think. Ooh, a lot of enemies outside today. Seems like a weird angle. I think I opened the door. And I think my AO3 does not have a scope on it. Which is fine. See, it's fine. Oh, is this? No, it's... That'll be fine. Don't nobody come and steal my ship when I'm inside the bunker. I'd be very angry. Also, a lot of, ooh, there's a lot of Ninetales with heavy armor in particular. Which just strikes me as odd. Right now and probably in the future, I mean, there's probably just going to be a lot more armor in general. But still, feels like it would make a lot more sense to see, you know, a lot more light and medium and no armor. Gonna say somebody's missing out, but I guess not. I like the Copperhead. I think there's an LH86 that has that paint scheme. Maybe? I don't know. I think it's like the Pathfinder, but it could be... no, I think it's like very similar. Coming down the stairs, they're coming down the stairs. Coming down the stairs, gotta get ready to shoot them. Coming down the stairs, coming down the stairs. I mean, they were moving. They were moving, they were grooving. Oh, I wasn't ready. Damn it. Yeah. It didn't help yesterday when they did it. But you know, these things take time or whatever. I think, isn't it technically like, I can't remember, but wasn't it like a soft cap of like 600 and then there was another, I want to say 400 for like friends joining in, but that seems a little high. It might have been like 200 or something. Or maybe it was a soft cap of 500 and then it was a hard cap of 600. I don't know. And I mean, how much different is the game with a population of 400 as opposed to 600? I mean, like, I don't know. Damn. Yeah, it'll be curious to see how all that stuff works in the future. What they do to stop people gaming the system. Because, I mean, knowing CIG, they'll try. They'll try. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, you know, and I don't know precisely why that reminded me of this, but you know, I was thinking about the Star Lancers, because like, aside from the 890 being my like ultimate goal ship, the Star Lancer TAC still like, you know, if I can have enough credits saved up for whenever that becomes available in game, that'd be cool. Um, but I was thinking, and really the only thing with the TAC that makes me want the TAC over the max is the medbeds. Genuinely, that's the only thing. Um, the drop seats are cool, and I'm sure like they could be useful, but yeah. And the thing with the snub bay, I'm just thinking, would would the max not be a better carrier? I believe it's 2 tier 3, the low tier beds. Which, yeah, I mean, like, sometimes you need more than that, but a lot of the times you don't. And in the future, I imagine that the tier 3 beds are not going to be something you want to respawn at, or not something you want to regen at, but that probably will still be a thing you can do. Every time I'm look at the Ravager, I'm just gonna remember the supplier die one that I got. Or the supplier die one that I didn't get. Uh, I guess that's I guess that's fair. But just like, yeah. Oh, but yeah, the max. All right, so with the drop down hangar doors or the cargo doors, could you not fit like 4 Furies on each side of that? Like, yeah, that's fair. Really not that big of a thing. Yeah. No, because they can hold 32 SCU. I think, is it 32 SCU containers or are they 32 SCU containers per door? And like, I could be wrong, but I really feel like the Fury would be able to fit on those. You'd have to fly them in and out sideways, but like, that'd also be kind of cool in its own right. And I could be wrong, because I definitely don't know what size the Fury is off the top of my head. The rails? Ah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. The Starlancer, just in general, though, does seem really cool to me. I mean, at that point, I'm also like, part of me wants to get like a caterpillar, but I don't know what I would use with a caterpillar for. I could probably bring 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 along a medical Ursa, use that as a thing, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna change around the caterpillar, like the size dramatically? Because if there's been any talk about the let's go to Bajini Point, drop off all the stuff, I think. I don't want to die and then cry because I've just lost all this loot. Because the thing with the caterpillar is that you can't get 32 SU containers into it, and seems like a really large oversight. Obviously, like 32 SU containers weren't like the plan when the cat was being designed. So it is what it is. And like there's an argument to be made about like, oh, this thing might have, you know, a bunch of cargo space, but it can't, even though it can't carry 32 SU containers, it doesn't mean it's a bad ship. It just means that it's meant for a different kind of cargo and different kind of loading and stuff. But that doesn't apply to the caterpillar because the caterpillar is like one way to look at it is as a pirate, the loot ship that you store all of your ill-gotten gains in. And excuse me, that if you can't get, if you're looting like a whole sea that has just 32 SU containers, it'd be pretty useless in that case. But if they wanted to make it have 32 SU containers, then it would be very wide. I mean, they're probably gonna have to change something about it. I'm sure people have mentioned. Well, the thing is that they haven't made any of the modules yet. So, like, you know, if it's like, oh, well, do we make the modules for this, or do we make sure that the cargo modules work? And like, okay, well, we, you know, I mean, we're not going to really lose anything if we redesign it a little bit with modularity in mind, and, you know, like, currently in active development. So I mean, I think if they had it so you could open the doors and you could carry 32 SU containers with the doors open, which I don't know if you can do right now. But that seems like something that does seem like something Drake would actively be like, yes, this is a thing you can do. Look at how utilitarian our ships are. This isn't sketch as hell. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know how they could make them better. Yeah, I don't know. The only problems that it has, I think the tractor beams kind of suck, but tractor beams on everything kind of sucks. Um Wait, what? Wait, what about the cargo refactor? I'm tired and forgetful and tired and forgetful. um oh, what was I saying? But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I have stuff. I have other stuff I have to. God, I really am fucking tired. I don't have a short little baby 2 hour stream, but also I feel like maybe I need that. Just a little bit. Uh. See what else? What other things? I'm curious what whatever the hell the Anvil Asgard is like the only thing I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea what the hell that could be. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, but is it also just sort of, there's also some element of like, oh, I can't see them doing this, but also because, like, it's been a very long time since they've done, like, a really in-depth rework of anything. Like, the closest would be, like, the 600i, but then we also didn't actually get the 600i rework. And that was also just the interior. Yeah, because I don't know. Does the... Maybe the... maybe the Caterpillar is fine on the inside. I think there was, like, some stuff about the escape module that they wanted to change. I mean, I wouldn't rule out the idea of them doing a giant internal / external change. But I do have to admit that... Yeah. I mean, I think, like, that is... And I do think that it not being able... That ship not being able to take the largest cargo containers is a genuine, like... Is a genuine oversight. It's like... You know... It's like, It's like giving you a fork to eat soup with. Yeah, that's probably the more important thing. We're gonna pick up some primary weapon wherever we go, so it's okay if I don't go crazy. Let me make sure I have a med pen. Nope, let me poke myself with one. Yeah, I could run to the flippin' clinic, or I could just do that and be done with it. Whoa! Okay. Revolver Ocelot with the med pen there, good lord. Hey, Soap, how's it going? I am an EP bun today. But, you know, I'm here. What is it? What is it, Soap? What do you need assistance with? I was okay. I was gonna say, or I was gonna ask, is it a body? Is it is it? Do you need to hide a body? Do you need like a place to lay low? You need um like oh what something, and then the last thing I was thinking was like dating advice or something. I swear to you, there's like within the first four things I could have guessed it. Educational connection advertisement girl. What? Wait a minute. Okay, I've looked it up. This is like there's one face that keeps popping up. I assume that would be them. The origin point of everything. Ah, good old textures. Good old broken textures. I think this is the first. No. Okay, this is the first time I've seen broken textures in Star Citizen this bad, but it is not the first time I've seen like broken, very obviously repeating textures. But it was just like the terrain texture repeated very obviously with very obvious seams. Not this, where it's clearly the wrong thing. There's also several kinds of interesting. Space was just gray and pixelated. Interesting. So, okay, listen. I think it might be the ArcCorp textures. Might have something to do with it. I don't know. It's a weird checkerboard thing. I actually have no idea, but yeah. Oh, but yeah, like, listen, not because I'm asexual, But I am, but simply because I've never dated anyone, I have literally no dating advice. I just need this to be an understood. This just needs to be an understood point here. I am forever alone. I am lonely, Bun. Okay, and the fact that the thought that popped up into my head after that was I am lonely, Bun, master of virginity, was does not help my case. That is fair. Sometimes that's just how it be. Wasn't there a dude? Fair enough. Trying to remember who was the one the Vulcan from Star Trek Voyager, Tuvok, I think. Who is I don't know about most famously, but like was like in Spaceballs, and like he was just an extra in Spaceballs, and his like one line was just like when you're combing the desert, and he was just like just pans to him and he's like, "We haven't found shit." uh, Good luck is literally all I could possibly hope to say. Oh, I hope you're ready for this. Holy shit! I shot that man so hard, gravity inverted. Hmm. I am getting tired. I am getting fucking tired. I read that solar and I was like, guardian is a funny word for your genitalia. It's so fucking stupid too. Like, what the fuck, me? Wait a minute. So I'm sorry for the last thing. But also, um so you should be 100% sure that doesn't work. Good lord. This okay, like I don't know. Like there's a lot of different people whose relationships need to it needs to be a unique thing for each and every person. Like, you know, like you need somebody to complete you, and what you need and what you can give and what you need are going to be different things person to person. Um and like yeah, I don't know, that's uh, and I don't know. I feel like well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this one I don't want to say celebrity crush. I feel like a celebrity crush is not going to almost certainly is not going to be the sort of fulfilling relationship you need it to be. And like in a general sense, most of the time it probably isn't going to be. Wait a minute. Okay, listen. The boathouse. Listen. The boathouse is love. The boathouse is life. Let's not be too hasty here. Get the boathouse, and then you can riz her up. I think that's more fitting. More sensible. Yes, Soap. Okay, listen, like... If we were gonna play Family Feud, you know... We all know... that one of the first guesses for, like... You know, like... When a friend asks you for help, what do they need? What are they asking for? And, like, to hide a body would absolutely fucking be on that list. We all know it would be. You know, it'd probably also be like a look at this spot. As in, hey. There's a... What was that one? No, there was an episode of Friends that was like... Whoever... One of them got like a mole on their back. And they couldn't see. But like, everybody was like, oh god, what the fuck is that? Holy shit! And it was just like, what the fuck do you mean, holy shit? And it was like... It wasn't Joey. Can't remember. Ross. Yeah. It was a whole thing. What is it, Soap? That did happen. The amount of divorces that Ross had was a point of his character. Maybe not a point of his character. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. You seem to have said, isn't he the guy who was married to a gay woman? He was married to a single lesbian who then divorced him to go be with her, to date you know, to go get a a wifey. Yep. Oh my god, that reminds me of a time in elementary school. You know, and I don't... Yeah, no, I guess it was a thing. At lunch, one of the things I would have an Oreo, and yeah, that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen. I'd have an Oreo, I would eat it, but I would only want the cream. So for some reason, instead of just throwing away the cookie, I would like, and this was like elementary, this was like second grade or third grade or something. So I'd toss it down and I like stomp on it. I break it up with my foot and just leave it there. Then one of the like lunch ladies got very mad with me. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty fair. It's like, I can't blame you. I also remember a time in third grade where we were learning about like there was a lesson on art, and like the teaching assistant was teaching it. And I think for some reason we were in a different room. I don't know why exactly, but I remember very distinctly like as a third grader being like, can we hurry this? Can we hurry this up? I have a headache. It was like they were very cross with me, which is also fair. But like, I don't know. It's probably not the right way to just be like, what did you say? You're being very rude, mister. It was like, oh, you have a headache? Maybe we can get you some Tylenol, and power through it. It will be okay. Probably would have been the better thing to have said. But what do I know? 3 days for retirement. I have to deal with this kid's bullshit and their Oreos. So the thing is that years later, like there was the reading tests or whatever, like digital reading tests that you needed to do, and that not lunch lady, but like hall monitor. I don't know. Same person was the person who needed to, like, they were testing a new system. I was the person who tested it, or it was the student who tested it, and she was the one who was administering it or whatever, and she obviously didn't recognize me. That is the situation I found myself in. One thing I want to do is make gummies. Saw some recipes. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's probably a really simple thing to do. A90 missions bugged? I did them on Friday, so I'm pretty sure that they're good. You will have enemies spawning outside of the A90, which is an old problem that they had. But they do spawn. They just spawn outside of the ship. So no, I don't think they're bugged. I guess we could do one. But I have also lost the ship to do it with, so yeah. I still really hope that they do more hijack missions and they don't, or do more ships for the hijack missions. Hmm. No. Ever play a real man's game? Star Citizen is nice, but no love for Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh, good lord. That's true. But like, I don't know. Like, I mean, one thing is that there are some ships that just wouldn't, that probably really just aren't built for it, for that sort of mission. But like, you know, I mean, like, what are some ships that should get pirated a lot? You know, like the Hull C and the Hull C, the Starfarer. Cutlass Black. The Reclaimer and the Polaris definitely are would be good ones size-wise, but like, yeah. And obviously, like, what the fuck would a hijack mission look like for a Cutlass Black? Probably not that great, but also, eh. Oh, jeez. Oh no. I don't know why I didn't actually land, but that's whatever. Animal Crossing is the most manliest game ever. Where? How? Where? What is the position of this dude? There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is not gonna end well. It did not end well. But it did end better than terribly. What? Oh wait, that's my ship that got blown up. Hell yeah. Do we have a container? Fair enough, fair enough. I was gonna say, listen, Animal Crossing, like, they, I think, like, the latest game, they simplified some of the character, like, personalities. So, like, you genuinely don't have, like, each villager isn't as unique. Like, there was, like, a few different, like, traits they had, and they just took out one of the, one of those traits. Or, like, they could be... And I can't remember what it was, but apparently they just, like... There's a whole thing, and, like, they're just, And, like, I know that the latest Animal Crossing game is, like, it's a game you're supposed to, like, put 2 hours into a day, and it came out during the pandemic, and everybody, like, just burned out on it way faster just because of the circumstances of the world. And because of that, a lot of people have negative opinions about the game, and it's slightly unfair. But yeah. I will say there's, I think, Witchbrook that they showed off in the latest, Nintendo Direct, and that's also coming to Steam and Xbox. And I will say that one is... Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Goddamn teleporters. Freaking alien technology, motherfucker. Although Witchbrook, I believe it's Witchbrook, doesn't have a release date. And geez, should have seen that one coming. Oh, there's also Paralives, which is upcoming. They have a tentative release date of this year. And then there's also Inzoi, which is like, let's make The Sims, but slightly better, and also it's like the entire focus of the game is going to be that it's in Unreal 5, and it looks real pretty. And that one released, and I think it's to kind of lukewarm. It's like, yeah, this is a thing. It looks real pretty. But it's also very buggy. Oh, but Soap, are you ready for the Switch 2 info? I think they said it was going to be April 2nd. Oh my god. Oh my god. Soap, no. Don't be one of those people. No. Don't give in to the 4K into the 4K hype. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it'll be super exciting. I don't know what the hell this, like, what games are, like, so specifically, like, you can't, I don't know what games would have to exist on, could exist on, Switch, but not Switch 2. I don't see how that's a thing, but, like, we need 8K. Exactly. Okay, well, we're gonna take an Artemex helmet, and we are gonna take the Citadel legs, even though it's gonna be a pain to carry them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the only thing 8K is good for is, like, because isn't it like 4K is basically like the resolution that the human eye sees in? So, like, why would you need anything more? I mean, the only reason you would need, like, an 8K camera is that, you know, if you can record in 8K, then it means that you can edit, and you can play around with stuff a bit more. And recording in 8K is very good. Watching in 8K is pointless. Ooh, what the what armor's this boy got on? Got one of them, got one of those gorilla helmets. Very nice. I don't know, I'm pretty chill with what I got. Although I do need to get my 4... I do need to get it so that all 4 of my monitors are working simultaneously. Okay. Oh yeah. To the helmet thing. Alright. What is thine question, Soap? Oh, you know what? That also reminds me. There was, not sponsored. I can't even remember what the company's name was. I think it's Dr. Bronner's? Or Dr. Bronson Soap? Dr. Bronner's. Not sponsored, but the main thing is that they're a company that has, like, a moral company, a relatively moral company. I can't remember all the stuff they do, but, like, you know, one of the things I remember is that, like, the CEO is, like, capped at only being able to make 5 times what the lowest employee makes, and they, like, include them in like financial things and financially sound decision to take out a 10K loan to buy a 4K setup. You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm not a financial consultant, or an expert, and you should only listen to me at your own risk. But, I'm gonna say it's a bad decision. Okay? Just don't listen to me. Like everybody else in my life. Completely disregard the information that I give. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do, Soap? Now, in all fairness, I did not say to actively not listen to my advice. I said to listen to, that you should only listen to me at your own risk. These are 2 different things. I'm not a lawyer, but I could very possibly play one on TV. Oh my god. It is nice. So many of these. You don't need to. I don't have to wait for the hangars. Solar, are you still here? You wanna get Soap OS working? You do tech stuff. You do tech repair stuff. You can you got this. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like I could pass out at any moment. But I also want this to see where this goes. Well, Soper sets. Am I at 7 mil? I am barely at 7 mil. Very nice. How many legit copies of the Soap OS were distributed? That's the real question. I'm sure. Oh, for some reason, I always assume that there's a room 0. I don't know why. Oh man, we're only 3 hours into stream. $69 gigabyte M2 drive would be kind of pathetic, not gonna lie. I literally would not be able to play Star Citizen. Just trying to think here. 1 minute? Okay, if we have 1 minute, I guess we can do another. We can end off here. With an 890 mission. But I am tired. And I do need to go to bed. The elevator's bugging out though. We're gonna go to the Galleria and we're gonna get some food and then I'm gonna call it. You're in hell. Welcome. Welcome to space hell. Where the elevators work some of the time. That's the main thing, really. That's elevators just break down relatively more common than they used to. Mainly because of age, not cosmic. You know, not cosmic karma. You want to be ratted out? You want to be given a rat persona? Is that what you're saying? Because listen, we can make that happen. I'm pretty sure that's what you said. And you know. You know. Well, you said, well, that was the thing. And then you said, wanting to be, like, wanting to date a bird girl. And then I drew a rat persona for you, and you said it was cute. Or something to that effect. But I mean, you know, if you want to be a bird, we can make that happen. Oh, let's get a double dog. Hell yeah. That is definitely the way to eat. That is definitely the way to eat a hot dog. Goddamn. Hang on. First sleep in Sigma male grind for the boathouse. Nice. 3 sets of heavy armor. Very nice. I'm trying to think of a good way to make that statement more lewd. Frankly, I just don't want to. But the thought had crossed my mind. Alright. Plus 3 LMGs? Nice. Nice. Yeah, I should probably end here before I say something I regret. So, a lot of motorcycles out tonight. Either some squeaking or cat, possibly kitten, outside of my window. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do Monday, tomorrow. It's gonna be Minecraft, as per usual. I don't know about Wednesday. Possibly, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what happens with this week in Star Citizen and how exciting of a week it is. Maybe I'll play some Star Citizen. Maybe I'll play some Mario Party. I don't know. We'll see. Especially just how my mood's doing. And Friday, of course, is going to be more Pokemon Sword. I am excited about that. I don't have VR chat. I know it's free, but I don't have it, and I am physically incapable. My charisma is my dump stat. I'm sorry, but it's true. Yeah, I guess on that note, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.